Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, come right on in. Baby girl Hudson's in the building. We got Margie's in the building. We got D Diva. And let me see who was first on here. D Diva was in here first. Hey, holla at you, girl. You guys, the verdict is in. I know you guys probably did see it. I just walked in the door, clicked on it, and it was like, okay, something just happened. So let me go back. And they came out with a verdict. Kendrick, DeMonte Kendrick, Yak, is not guilty of no charges. And I told y'all that's the way that works, okay? He don't got probation. He don't have to do nothing. He's finna pack up his stuff and he's going home. Now, Stillwell was guilty of just a firearm. Now, I told you guys the reason why he was going to be guilty of the firearm, because that was his girlfriend's firearm. They threw it out the window. It was her. It connected him to, it was hers. Now, had it been any firearm that they found on the street, they could have said, oh, or they could have planted it or whatever. But it was her firearm. So I knew that that firearm had connected him to, they threw it out the car. But it was not no firearm that killed anybody. I mean, they tried them for murder. Do you hear me? 2 murders. Peanut, and then they came out with that new drinks guy. And it was looking kind of iffy, but I think what saved D Diva said, I saw it. Wasn't it exciting to see that? It was like they did not want to make a big deal out of it. It was and I told y'all it was going to be today. I told you guys it was going to be the guy. I hate to say I told you so, but well, the only thing I got wrong, I thought they were going to give Kendrick maybe 5 years, like or maybe a probation or something. But on what? Like, he really didn't do nothing but go to the filling station, get in the car, talk to some people, run from a house. That's not his house. Other than that, they did not have nothing on Kendrick. Like, what did this young man do? Like, you can tell me what everybody else did. You can tell me what other people said that you let go. Here's the thing. They let so many people go that did stuff like Wody, like Quindarius, Slime Life. Those people did things. They made plea deal. Sometimes you make a plea deal. Yak was like, I can't make a plea deal because his life is on the line. It's like, maybe, and I'm gonna tell you guys something. I'm just gonna be real about it, okay? Because I don't have long. Because I gotta go to the doctor today, so I gotta go in there and get in the shower, and then get myself together to go see the doctor. And I ain't even got the paperwork filled out, but I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna be on time. Yeah, it says 11. Okay. Because one doctor's appointment, it was like 10 o'clock. So this says 11. So I'm hoping it's right. Anyway, those were the two happiest young men in the courtroom. Girl, they were hugging each other. They was hugging their attorney. They was like crying. And Yak just got stabbed Sunday night in the head. He got stitches, and you could tell where they done cut his hair and stitched up his head. He almost died while he was in there. Do you know if that young man would have died and then they would have found him not guilty and he would have died in prison? Let me tell you something. They done spent two years in prison. Well, not prison, but in the county jail, which is horrible. Horrible. Normally, people want to be in the Sedge County jail. Not the Sedge County, but in the county jail because you get really good food. You're not with all the ones that's been not only charged but convicted. That means they found something not right with their case. Like they either said they did it, they were found guilty, or they just did not have really good attorneys. Not everybody that's in prison is guilty of stuff. Sometimes you just you know there's no way to win. It looks horrible, and that's just the way it is. You know what? We watched this trial the whole year, and I kid you not, it has been troublesome looking at these young men go to court every day. But here's the funny thing, and I know I'm all over the place because I'm really excited that it's over. Not only that it's over, but you know what? Kayla gets to see her husband. Because Kayla married Stillwell while he was in jail, allegedly on Zoom. And now her man's coming home. Now, here's the one thing about it. Like these men or I don't know their situation, but this is how it works out. They go to jail, they have a girlfriend or whatever. By the time, they get booked or whatever, most of the women, they be like, you know what, I'm not kicking it like this. Now, you guys seen that they was on the phone. Stillwell was like, babe, it's just you and me. And next thing you know, and then they say, call her, hung up the phone. She probably said, you know what, I'm going to show you something. Because, he wasn't being right in the relationship. And I don't know. I don't think she was being right either. Being at a place where she wasn't supposed to be, and then somebody tried to rob her, and then she shot the girl, and who knows what that was all about. You know what I'm saying? When you play with people of that nature, they will play with you. You don't even want to get involved in stuff like that. Don't even, no. Like when people be like, girl, where you live at? Or, girl, can we hang out? No, we can't hang out. We're not hanging out. We're not doing anything. I don't need no friends. I've got all the friends. I got my daughter. I've got my son. I got my husband. I got my grandson. I got my dog. I don't need no other friends. I'm going to call Miss Margie because we were on the phone at the time of this situation. But um, we was on the phone, we was waiting, and all heck broke loose. All heck broke loose. I'm gonna see if she gonna answer.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Margie.
Hey, what's going on, Miss SP?
Yeah, nothing much. You know, we don't have that much time. I'm gonna give you like 5 minutes. We can give 5 minutes to talk about it a little bit, but we'll talk about it later on this evening once I get back from the doctor's office. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
I'm telling you, to see those two young men,
you what?
to hear those two young men when they was hearing their bird in their facial expression,
They got a better deal than everybody else.
they sure did. They got the better deal. They stayed and waived the course and fought the fault. Because the ones they let out, they probably was the one they did the darn hard crimes. But they let these two young men, they knew they didn't have nothing on them. They didn't do no wrong to that point. But I tell you, it's a great day.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Maybe I'm hoping and praying that they learned something. Talking on that phone too much, talking about what they did, thinking that you got some kind of code, nobody understands what you're talking about. You got people that talk that same language.
That's right.
Now we couldn't understand 99% of what they were saying, you know, but the one that was talking the most was Shannon. I hope Shannon will go somewhere with Kayla. You know, she's supposed to be married to him.
Yeah, yes.
Girl, and you know what? I bet you her eyes is like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Because he can't leave because he's on probation. He's got to ask to leave the state. But
Right, but remember, they didn't even say they had to leave Atlanta. They can stay there all their life. They don't have to leave.
I know, yeah, they don't have to leave. But she lives in
There's no better
Texas.
choice.
She lives in Texas,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
she
they'll
definitely
get a
gonna
choice.
want her husband home with her.
Yes, ma'am.
I bet you she's sitting there going, shut the front door.
Yeah.
And but you know what? They can't talk to
Young Thug.
they can't even talk to Young Thug.
Mm-mm.
You know? That's crazy, ain't it?
They very much so. Can't congratulate them.
And you know what? I think if Young Thug would have stayed in there, he would have got a good deal.
Yeah, and that's what his attorney Steele, didn't want him to take that plea deal. He said he did not want him to take that plea deal at all.
And you
He
know,
was ready to get out.
and that shows you like you can fight for somebody, and then when they done fighting, you gotta be done fighting too, because you can't
You
fight.
gotta let him go. You
Yeah.
gotta let him go. You can't force him to take that. And he was like, no, he's just ready to go. So I don't agree with what his decision is, but hey, that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, he didn't want to stay in there another day. Hey, Sunshine, how you doing? He didn't want to stay in there another day. I get it, I understand, but dang, he got a bad deal because they got a better deal than him.
Yes, ma'am. Those young men is coming out. Ooh.
Girl,
Now,
they
will
gonna-
records what you call the records be clear
Yeah.
about these charges?
Well, you know, they called it
Expungement or something like that?
no, they called it, well, no, I'm talking about, well, the state asked, they filed something where it's called references or something, rendiments or something. They said something called rendiments. That means whatever charges they get, you have to give them the full amount. So Stillwell only got possession of a firearm. Possession,
Yes.
which is 10 years. I thought it was 5 years. Other states, I don't know where it is, but here it's automatic 5 years. But he got 10 years. Well, he did 2 years already. So she said time served. So he's going straight back to his cell, pick up his stuff, and he's going home.
I wouldn't go back to that cell. Just give me to the door. They can have that stuff.
And they cannot trial him or Yak for murder of Peanut or that drinks guy again.
Well, I tell you, Fannie Willis has lost this one.
She lost it all. You know what's so funny? The people that did stuff, they gave them deals.
Yes, ma'am.
That was crazy, ain't it?
And I mean, yes, yes, yes.
But I'm gonna tell you something. I hope these young lads learn some stuff. Like, if you, my mother always taught me. You know what? I tell people this, and I'm just gonna be honest. I never got in trouble because I never done stuff with people. If I done something, I was there by myself. And my mother would say, if you tell on yourself, you need to get caught.
Yeah.
You sit down, shut up. Don't even tell. My mom would tell me, don't even tell me.
Yeah. My mom's always tell us, take it to the grave. You better not tell nobody.
You get married, don't even tell your husband. Don't tell, just leave it alone. Let it go. Don't sit there and be like, oh man, those was good old days. That's when I did this and that's when I done that. No, don't say nothing.
That's true. That is so very true, Miss S.P.
Yeah, no, you don't want no witnesses at all. My God, I mean, if nobody's there with you, you're the only witness. You're the plaintiff. You're the defendant. You're the everything. So just sit down. Let them try to figure it out. But with all this technology, it's just best to people to sit down and try to figure this stuff out. You know.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm happy. I'm happy that they're getting out. And like I said, I don't want them. I'm not saying that they're not guilty. What I'm saying, and I've said this from day one, that number one, if I don't want them to live next door to me, that means I feel some kind of way. But the law is the law. And if you go by the law, they cannot be found guilty. Because they did not have evidence. They had Yak walking to the car. Because he's walking to a car and he's at the filling station. They have Shannon. Now, the only part I seen on Shannon, and I see why he got that possession charge, is because the gun that they found in the street was tied to his girlfriend.
Okay. Okay. The one that she claimed that they rap out a song about her.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you see what happened when he called her and he was like, babe, it's just you and me. And she just hung up the phone.
Sure did.
She probably said, oh, now you want to get real with me.
Okay. No.
And he showed her something. He married Kayla in jail. Allegedly, he married Kayla while he in jail. He was like, you know what? I'm going to be with somebody that wants to be with me. Even though that I'm in jail, do you know how much love or care a person has to have to marry somebody that looking at life or looking at 40 years?
Yes.
She had faith in that man. It's not that she just needed a man. I mean, she's a beautiful girl. She's beautiful. She's not like gorgeous, but she's beautiful.
Right.
Her personality makes her even prettier than what she is physically. Because she has this really nice, nasty personality. You got to get to know her. You got to listen to her sometimes. And she just smiles. She got a pretty smile. She talks. And she's not as smart and intelligent for an attorney. But you got to think she only been in it for 5 years.
Exactly.
I think if she got 10 more years underneath her belt, she'll be better than all of them.
Yeah.
She's a small fish.
Yeah.
You know, they want the big fish. So,
Exactly.
and I'm going to tell you something. You know who tore this all the way up, to be honest with you? She did.
Yeah.
She tore this up.
Yeah.
She did. She tore it up.
Yep.
If she wouldn't have opened up her mouth and said, hey, they had an ex parte and y'all wasn't there, and they had all the soldiers in there and the judge was in there, and
All this could have went totally backwards.
And then they wanted to get her in trouble.
Exactly.
She said,
I know you got it from. That's what Granville said.
She said, I didn't even know it was an ex parte. They just told me to meet at the jail. She said, I thought I was just going to go talk to Wody. That's what I thought I was going to do, which was probably true. And then they got her in there hemmed her up, knowing that she was a new attorney that really did not do a lot of criminal cases like this, and they try to take advantage of her, and then they try to intimidate her because she's young, because she's a new attorney, and then they were jealous because she got everything in order, she looking good, they were mad, they were mad.
Yep, but she got the feeling on a high profile case.
Exactly. But I'll be honest with you, she the one that tore it up. She did. When she tore it up, it just took, it went from the right to the left.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody had to go sit down, reorganize stuff. The judge got kicked off the case, and then here come Miss Love with her, incontinent. I say incontinent.
And that other, oh Lord.
I mean, that's an inside joke. You guys know what incontinent means, okay?
Uh-huh.
But anyway, Miss Love is beautiful, though. She's pretty. I think she is. I think Miss Love is beautiful. I think she's pretty, short hair and all. I think she's a pretty woman, nice figure and everything. I'm gonna tell you something about me. If something's beautiful about you, I don't care if I don't care for you, which I don't care for Miss Love. But you can't take away. She is a beautiful woman.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get my props now.
Yeah, she's a beautiful woman, well kept, well taken care of. Hair always looking nice, whether she cut it off or not. You know what I'm saying? Her outfits fitting her like tailor-made. I mean, right to her body. She got her body looking good, nice complexion and everything. But, she just, you just don't like her whole mannerism. You know what I mean?
Yes. I don't think they had the right team for this trial.
And Miss Hilton just thought she was something.
Girl.
And,
she did.
And then you know what I didn't like was every time when things got all heated, they would run and then they would bring in the Caucasian attorneys.
Yes, uh-huh.
You know,
they don't like being chastised publicly and on TV.
Yeah, they figured that since the judge, Miss Whitaker held weight, but because she let a lot of stuff in that she really shouldn't have, I believe. But nevertheless, that's on her. We'll talk about this later on tonight. I just wanted everybody to know, the verdict is in, not guilty on Yak, and they only found guilty on Shannon Stillwell / Jackson, Mr. Jackson, on a probation charge of possession of a firearm.
Yes, by a convicted felon. Exactly.
And time served on that. So everybody's going home. Everybody's going to be home in 2025.
Yes. It's going to be a great day today. The I being alive this afternoon.
Alrighty, I don't know what time we're going to do it, but we're going to do it.
Alright, sounds good, Miss SP.
All right.
Family.
Bye. All right, you guys, we're going to get off of here. I will see you guys live later on tonight. Have a good day. This is just great. I got to let me get my butt in the shower. All right, you guys. Bye.